Welcome everybody. So this is the login screen, which I will send logins to Mark, and he will hand them out. And then and he will also hand out the website where you will be logging in. So I'll just quickly log in here now. So this is the screen that you will see when you log in. So it's your home page. So on your home page, you have quick reports, we have things to do, we have messages, and we have an inbox here. So when you log in, you will see your unprocessed deal sheets, unprocessed listing sheets, your active listings, your conditional deals, final deals not paid in, and also a list of all your conditions. Down here is all of the to-dos that Mark and Catherine are going to ask you for. So, for example, buyer client ID, FinTrack. I need FinTrack for this this deal, 200 Main Street. So in order to see the deal, you can click on the link and it'll take you to the deal itself. So if you see here, I have 200 Main Street. I have a whole bunch of basic information here. I have all my to-dos and then all my files here. So my offer to purchase, my client ID, my property disclosure statement, anything that Mark and Catherine have added. You guys can also add files. So if they're if you have the buyer representation agreement, you can send it to, and I'll show you quickly. You can send it yourself directly to. So if I have FinTrack, I can drag and drop it, and I can put it right in there. And then my FinTrack is in there, and I've finished my to-do, and then Mark and Catherine will see that you have done that. I'm going to go back to the home page here. So unprocessed deal sheets, unprocessed listing sheets, these are trade record sheets that you will submit to the brokerage. So here's a list of all the ones that you've submitted. And then once you've submitted them, Catherine and Mark will go through it, and then they'll move down from your unprocessed deal sheets until conditional deals or your final deals not paid in. So your conditional deals would be a complete list of all of your deals that have subjects that need to be removed. And then you can click into so you click on the list, and then it gives you a list of deals. You can drill down to any deal by simply clicking on the deal number or the reference, and it gives you the same screen that you saw before. So here's my deal with the basic information up top. Here's my files. I can drag and drop more files in here, or I can attach new files. Same thing with final deals not paid in. This would be a complete list of deals that you're waiting to be paid for. So here's all the deals, the possession, whether it's been conveyed, the commission on it, and so this just gives you a snapshot of everything active that's going on at the moment. Mark and Catherine can also leave messages on Deal Manager Go. They can upload messages. So office meeting at 11 a.m. tomorrow. So this is the gist of the homepage. Are there any questions that anybody wants to ask in the chat window at all about the homepage? No? Okay, perfect. So the next screen is files. So here you can, we have a file section where there's going to be files that potentially that Homecare Realty would put in here. So there's this is our demo session. So you guys won't see this unless Mark and Catherine put things in here, but they can put documents for the brokerage in here that you can access. My shared inbox, this, you can drag and drop files here that you can share with the brokerage. So just keep in mind that shared means that anything that you put in this area, Mark and Catherine can see. So if you're dragging and dropping files here, Mark and Catherine can see them. And then my private files, you can put files here that are personal just for you. So you can access them at any time. I put a training manual in here. I put a check stub in here. So just things that are personal to you. So just make sure that private means only you. Shared means Mark and Catherine have access to it. And then this would say Homecare Realty files. So this would be company files here. Okay, so I'm going to move on to listings because so on your listing area, there's two sections. There's listing entry and listing finder. So I'm going to skip listing entry for just a second. I'm going to go to the finder. So here you can find any listings that have been entered. Not necessarily all listings that are posted on MLS. They have to be entered in Deal Manager to be searched for, but you can search for any open listings. You can search for any sold or expired listings. So if I type in Main Street and then click include inactive listings, it should give me a list of, see, status sold. These ones are sold. This one's active. If I unclicked that, you would get a smaller list. You would only get the active ones. So if you want to see the ones that are sold or expired, you need to click include inactive listings, and then you get a more complete list. Same with deals. If I click to deals, we have a deal entry area and a deal finder. So in this case, you can search for any open deals, but all of the open deals should be on your homepage, so you should be able to find them on your homepage. But if you click include inactive deals, you'll see status closed, status closed. You'll see different deals on here. Now, if I go back to the listing entry area, this will show you all the listings that you haven't submitted. We can also do a new listing and a new listing from MLS. So if your listing has an MLS number, you can click new listing from MLS. But I'm just going to quickly click. Oh, sorry, Julie asked a question. How to transfer privately files to shared? So if I go to my private files, you would have to delete it and then reattach it here. You can transfer from your shared inbox into here. So if I added a file here to the shared inbox by accident, so I'm going to add a file here. Okay, but that was a mistake and it should be a private file. You can move it from the shared inbox. It'll show you all the files that are here and you can save, and it'll move it from your file shared inbox into your private files, but not the reverse. You have to delete your private file and reattach it to your inbox. Does that answer your question, Julie? Perfect. She wrote yes. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly go over entering a listing. So this is just if it's a listing, there's no buyers yet. It's simply you have an MLS number or an exclusive listing and you want to submit it to Catherine or Mark to their program. So you just type in your MLS number and you're going to fill out the form. So MLS area, I think Catherine has been putting the neighborhood, but I live in area 3B, so my MLS area is 3B here. Style is going to be residential, and then you're going to quickly put in your address here. And as you can see, we like to use Main Street a lot, so that's why we have lots of main streets. East, south, west. I'm going to go southeast, postal code, or oops. And then Winnipeg legal ID. If you had an illegal description, you could put in your lot block plan if you had it handy, and then you're going to put in your list price, and then you're going to put in a list date. So I'm going to went back to 2019 for a reason, so I'm going to list it today, November 12th. Expiry date, I'm going to make it 3 months from now, so January 30th. Then you're going to add your list site contact from FinTrack. Your FinTrack form, you can put in their date of birth and their occupation. So you can type in accountant, realtor, manager, anything you need. And then you can put, if they live at the address, you can just click use property address, and then you don't have to type in their address again. And then what you want to do is you want to type in their phone number and their email and everything. If there's a second seller, you're going to add another seller, and then you're going to put their information in, and their date of birth and occupation, and everything the same here. Address, phone, email. For you guys, when you log in, your name will be here. And Homecare Realty will be there. You won't have to add that. And if you did know the lawyer at the time of listing, you could put it in. If you're co-listing, you can add an agent here. And I can put, let's say, Mark. I'm co-listing with Mark. And then of course you would just put Homecare Realty in here again. And then the next section is gross commission. So we have predefined section. So we have a choice here where you can choose your commissions, and we have them set up for what Mark and Catherine wanted. This is just my demo site, so I'm going to go 5 and 2.5, 2.5. So therefore, my commission based on my list price up here is this. So here we just show you the amount before tax. When you enter a deal, then you're going to have the taxes as well, and then we'll split out who gets paid on a deal. So so this is pretty much done. There's some notes here. You can write Mark and Catherine a note if, let's say, you need something. You can write, if you know you're missing something, you can write FinTrack to follow. That'll let them know that you're working on the FinTrack, and you'll hit continue. And it says your listing sheet is not saved. When you're done, remember to hit submit to brokerage. So we're going to click OK here. So now we have an unsubmitted listing sheet. So now what we'll do here is we'll add our listing contract. We'll add our property disclosure statement, and we'll potentially add the FinTrack. So we'll add all your listing documents right here. And then when you're done, you hit submit to brokerage, and then you have a submitted listing. And then Mark and Catherine will process it, and then it'll move from your unsubmitted. So your unsubmitted listing sheets here, you have 2. It'll move from your unsubmitted to active listings. Are there any questions that anybody wants to ask in the chat window? I'll just give you guys a couple seconds. Okay, well, I'll move on. So deals is the same as listings except for a little bit more information. Now, so I showed you the deal finder where you could search for your deal, click in inactive deals, but here on the deal entry, we have your active listings here. So these are the listings that are already in the system. So if you have sold one of these, you want to choose one of these when you're going forward. If the deal that you have is not in this section, then you click new list deal if you're the listing agent, new sell deal if you're the buying agent, new double end deal if you're on both sides of the deal. Sorry. And then so I am going to choose the one I just entered. So 200 Main Street, I'm going to choose list here. And then it brings over all the information that I already entered. So I already entered the address, I already entered the MLS number, I already entered the style, I entered the list price and the list date, I entered the sellers already and my agents here. So all I have to do is enter all the new information that I have. So for example, I sold it for $475, and then what sale date is the day you wrote the offer. So let's say it was yesterday. Possession date is the day that they're going to move in. So I'm going to move this to, let's say, January 15th. They're going to move in. Estimated completion date and adjustment date, you can leave blank. Those are fields just for British Columbia. So since this is a list deal, I should have a deposit on it. If it's a buy side deal, you can just tell who has the deposit. So received from, you're going to put your buyer's name in there. Who's holding the deposit? So in this case, it's a list deal. It's going to be ours. So I'm going to choose ours. If you're acting on behalf of the buyer, you would say the other brokerage holds it, and then you're going to put in the amount of the deposit, pardon me. And then if you're expecting an additional deposit, let's say you expect another $10,000 after condition are removed, or another 5,000, you would just, when I'm going to get another 5,000 and I'm going to get it on the 20, it should be expected on the 29th of November. So that's the deposit section. This is the details of the deal. Conditional date, Emily, I see you wrote that. Yes, conditional dates I will show you in your condition section. And then Julie asks, is there input only for the brokerage file management? This replaces your handwritten trade record sheets. So this is submitting a trade record sheet electronically rather than emailing it or handing it in by hand. So going to the conditional date, so I'm going to choose my condition, and then I'm going to choose my due date for this condition. So financing is going to be due on the 15th, home inspection, let's say on the 29th. So that kind of matches my date there. So this is when I'm going to expect my condition dates. Now we do have a list of conditions here that you can choose from. So if your condition though is not in this list, you can click custom, and then you can put in your own. So I always one I always write in is painting required. Please paint this room before we move in. So painting required, and then I give it a due date, painting by the 22nd, let's say. And then I move on to my list side contacts. So my sellers are already in there because I already entered them with my listing. It didn't save Mark's name, but I'm going to put Mark in there. And then if I knew the lawyer at the time of the offer, I'm going to put the lawyer's name in here, and then I'm going to put the law firm name there. That now I'm going to put my buy side contacts in here. So here we put your first buyer's name in. You can click buyers moving into the property. Since this is a list side deal, you don't need date of birth or occupation because these guys are not your clients. But if this was a double end, or if you were acting on behalf of the buy side, then date of birth and occupation is recommended that you put in. So, and again, you want to add all your buyers. They need to go in separately. So you just click the add buyer button. Sorry, just give it a second. It's spinning here. And a second buyer should pop in. So here's my buyer number 2. So here's my buyer number 2. And then again, if they're not your clients, you can just leave it at that. 2 names, that's it. If they are your clients, then you want to put in more information. So here, this is now who you want to put in the other agent's name. So who's representing the buyer, and then the other brokerage's name as well here. And again, if you have the lawyer's name for the buy side, and you would put it in. If you don't have it, you can leave it blank and it can be entered at a later time. Or you can email the brokerage and they can put it in. So that's the buy side contacts. Here it also remembered my commission. So here it brought in the 5% and the 2.5 list and sell. Now let's say if this changed, you can change it to something else, or you can hit custom and then it would open up this. So let's say the listing people are giving me an extra $1,000 for selling it so quick or something. You're getting a bonus. You would hit add the $1,000. You would hit calculate commission, and then you'd put the $1,000 on the list side as well. And then sorry, 2.5. You would have. There we go. And this should all add up to what the total commission is. So there's my 2.5 and my $1,000. So this is how much money we're getting on the deal. Now the next section is who is getting paid on the deal. So you need to tell the brokerage if there's any referrals or if it's just you on the deal. So we do have this copy from contacts button. If you hit the copy from contacts, it'll grab everything that you've put up there already. So myself, Terry agent, Mark is getting commission, and then the other agent's name here. Now you will have to split this. So if you are splitting it 50-50, why isn't this working? There we go. 50-50. Then you would put in 50-50, and then you can hit calculate commission, and then it would show you what the commission is, like this. If you're splitting the commission and there's another referral on the deal, for example, so you would add another payable. You would put the referral's name in, the relocation company name, or the brokerage name if you're paying another brokerage, and then you would have to re-enter these. So myself and Mark are sharing the commission, and then they're getting 25%. You hit calculate commission and it'll show you everything, and it all should add up to this. So again, so this part is how much money we need to get on the deal, and then this section is who's getting paid, any referrals or anything like that. And then just don't forget about this copy from contacts button so you don't have to type it all in again. Now, just like in the listing section, we have a notes section. So if you're working on something, you can let them know you're working on something. If you don't have all the information, you can write them a note, and then you would hit continue. And it's the same idea on the next screen. Is it the deal sheet is not saved but not yet submitted? When you're done, hit the submit button. So we'll click OK here. And then so here, since my listing contract's there, my property disclosure statement is there. So now I'm going to add my offer to purchase, and you can add more than one file at a time. You can just drag and drop four files if you select them all, and then they all come over just like that. Also, if you put files in your inbox before you entered this, you can go attach from inbox and you can grab all the files from there. So once you're done everything here, you hit submit to brokerage, and now you've submitted your deal sheet to the brokerage. Are there any questions? Oh, Emily missed the part of how to add documents. So I'm going to go back here. So this is the deal. So Emily, you can drag and drop. If I click more than one, you just grab them and then you drag them over just like that. And you want to make sure that you're naming your files so the office knows what it is. So you add FinTrack, you add the buyer agency agreement, you add a condition waiver. You want to make sure that it's named properly. And Emily asked, how do the files show? They show up in PDF. So if I click on the file, here is my file here. It should open up in a new window with everything all filled out. Same with my offer to purchase. If I click on that, it opens up. So Jackie's asking if we can show one more time from the very beginning. So Mark, is that okay with you? Do you want me to go through that one more time from start to finish? I'm not.
Yeah, it's up to you. I'm not sure whether we got enough time or not. I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay. I will show you again. So the whole thing. So when you're entering a trade record sheet, you go. I'm not Jackie. I'm not sure. You can't see from. I'm not sure what you mean.
He just missed the first part, I think, from the beginning. I think he just missed like 15 minutes.
Oh, well, I'm recording this, so we can send the video. We shouldn't start from the very beginning though.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm recording this, Jackie. So Mark can send you the video once it's all done. Okay?
All right. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so then I'm going to move on to reports. If there's no more question about the deals. Okay, perfect. Okay, so reporting here. So from now on, from November 1st going forward, all of your deals will be online with all of your files, like so your offer to purchases, your FinTrack, your all the deals from November 1st going forward. So not your past deals, but just going forward in November. And so then when you can then now run reports on your deals. So if you want to see deals that you have written, let's say since November. So sale date means sale date means the day it was written, so accepted offer date. So I want to see all my sell side deals, my list side deals, my double end deals. I want to see them all. So I need to make sure they're all clicked. Okay. And then what's my date range? I want to show my date range, and then all the deals I wrote in this date range. So I'm going to hit the go button, and it's going to show me all my deals I wrote in this date range. And then if you click on the link, it'll take you to the deal. It'll show you the sale price. It'll show you the commission, and then the sale date. And then if I want to see all my deals with possession dates, I just change this based on possession date and I hit go. And then you can see these are the deals with possession dates in this certain time frame, and then completion date. I want to see how many deals closed. Doesn't look like I have any that have closed right now. So as deals close, it'll put deals here. So you can run this report. How many deals have I done in a certain time frame? What's the status of the deal? And all the, oh, I know why the closed, because I didn't click close. So you want to click closed when you're working on completion date here. So there we go. Here's all my closed deals during this time frame. So we just need to make sure all of the statuses are checked. If you want to, and you can run it. If I only want to see my list deals, then I'll just click that, and then I'll only see my list deals. Did it change? I didn't have anything. Let's go possession date. Oh, I don't have any list deals. So let's go sell deals. This and this, and then double N. Let's just check everything again. So there we go. So everything is double N. So that is why I'm getting nothing for list and nothing for sell. But it would work based on all the roles that you've written. So the next report is revenue summary. So starting in November 1st, all the deals that have paid out should be in here. So you can just click. I'm just going to go from November 1st, or pardon me, run a smaller date range here. I'm just going to go from July 1st to the end of the year paid. You can go. This is a report that should match your T4A. So this will show you your commission and any deductions that came off. So here's the deal. This was my commission. This was my tax. This was my split that I paid. This is my office bill. So this will all be catered to what you guys have paid to the brokerage and what comes off your commissions. And then the payment would be, this is what you got paid. So this was the amount of the check. This report, we have this report is broken out into quarters. So July to September, this is my commission. October to December, this is my commission. So if you're paying your taxes in installments or paying your GST remittances in installments, we have this broken up into quarters. This is a good report to give to your accountants at the end of the year, or if you're incorporated, you can print this at the end of your fiscal year. So if your fiscal year was November 30th, so I'm going to change this to be so November 30th. So therefore, it would be December 1st, 2018 to November 30th, 2019, and you would hit go, and then you can give this report to your accountant if you have a different fiscal year than the calendar year. Agent productivity, pardon me. This report is a good report. It's going to be in a year or two. This report will be a good report here. I'm just going to hit the go button here. And what this report does is it shows you, sorry, just let it load for a second. It shows you what you've done over prior years. So for example, this report is called Top Producer. So it shows you how many deals went firm. It's very important that this top part is based on firm date, not close date. So in January, I had 6 deals. January 2019, I had 6 deals go firm. In 18, I had nothing. In 19, I had 1. In February, I had 2, 4, 1.5. This is, I must have shared a deal with someone. March, I had 12. So it shows you, and then it shows you the sale volume, which is the adding up of all the sale prices, and then your commissions. So this is how much commission went firm in each section. We also show you, like, so based on prior years, how much commission could you have earned in those years, and it's a benchmarking report based on your past performance with the brokerage. The second section is revenue summary. So this is how much you got paid. So revenue summary should match the other report that I showed you. So in January, you were paid $60,000. In February, 26. In 2019 or 18, I was paid nothing. I was paid 19. So you can see your differences over the years. And then also this part here shows you forecasted commission. So it'll show you based on possession date when you will expect money. So in November, I have this much possession dates. In December, I would have certain amount, and this would all change as the dates go forward. So this is called agent productivity. Deals by year. This is simply how many deals did I write in a certain year. So sorry, it's a little slow today. So I'm just going to click on that. So what year do I want? I'm going to 2019. So these are all the deals I wrote, or Terry Agent has written in 2019. And then you can go back. And this is all based on sale date, not closed, just deals I wrote. So the sale date is between January 1st, 2019, and then today. Deal summary. This is just an activity report. So if you want just a snapshot of a list of deals, this is a very busy report. So it shows you how many deals year to date you wrote, how many deals in November. Shows you a little bit of money here, and this is not a report to give to your accountants. This is just activity, and it shows you a list of deals with some type of activity in the year. So these deals have not been paid yet. That's why they're showing up. So this is a very, very busy report. It shouldn't be this busy for you guys though. Just because we haven't closed a lot of deals in our demo site. Deals to listing analysis. This one shows you based on your listings and your deals, how did the listing and deal perform. So if I hit go here, see it shows me. So here's my listing. It was listed for 170, but I sold it for 850. So this sale to listing ratio is lower. If you sold it for 875, then it would be over 100% days on market. This should be smaller for you guys. It should say 3 days on market, 2 days on market, 30 days on market. So how long did it stay on the market? So it's just kind of information of how your listings are performing. Payments. So going forward, all of your pay stubs are online, so you can just scroll through them. And if you need to reprint a pay stub, you just hit the go button and it'll show you your pay stub. So how much did you get, how much was taken off, and what's your year to date. Statements is if you guys get statements from the brokerage, then they would show up here as well. Annual statement is the same thing. It would show your expenses, brokerage expenses, month by month here. And then T4A slips at the end of the year. We can do T4A slips, and you can see and reprint for your accountant if you need any T4A slips. So, are there any more questions? Anybody wants to write in the chat window anything about reporting? Or any other questions that you have about the program? No questions from Julie? Thank you, Jackie. You say nice. Yes, you will have a username. Yes, Jackie, you did miss that at the beginning, but yes, I will be sending names and logins to Mark and with the website as well, and then he will send them out to you guys. So I will get that to him shortly after this demo. Perfect. Mark, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I just got one question. For both listing and whatever we represent buyer or seller, if we got one, let's say condition sold, we're still gonna go to deal, right?
Correct.
So the listing only for the new listing. When we got a new listing, we just go over to listing, then input all the data in there.
Correct.
Then if it's condition sold, we just go to deal.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're, so listings is just for MLS numbers that have no offers, no offer to purchase. And then once you have an offer to purchase, it's deals. And then if it's your listing, you choose it. And if you're acting on behalf of the buyer, you click new sell deal.
All right. Okay. For the files, so I do have some files I need to share with all agents. So I just I have to log in as administrator to upload those files. Is that correct?
Yes, you will log in the program that you and Catherine have been using. Yeah, and you upload the files there. Yeah.
Oh, okay, for sure. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Julie writes, we need to practice. Yes, I will. Yeah. So any new deals that come in, you will go in and try. And yeah, it's not going to, I mean, Mark and Catherine will let you know. If you have any questions, you just email them, and then I can help them if they need help. But yes, you'll get the hang of it. It's not too difficult. Okay. Well, if there's no other questions, yes, please direct your questions to Mark and Catherine, and if they can't answer, then they will email me, and I will help them help you. So, Mark, after this, okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody. I'll be in touch with Mark, and hope you guys have a great day.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Yeah, bye now.